Well, summer began just last week, and many of us here in the Pacific Northwest are welcoming the mostly dry days and the sunshine. But there's a group of active souls that take welcoming the new season to new heights, high up on Mount Hood. Matt Zaffino joins the party.
Well, I did, and it was quite the scene, quite the party. But before we go there, I want to explain a little bit what's happening that defines the beginning of summer cosmically. And by that, I mean in space with our planet. So it's not the fact that we're closer to the sun at the beginning of summer. In fact, we're actually farther away from the sun at this time of the year than we are in January, when Earth makes its closest approach to the sun. It's all about this, the axis of the Earth, and the fact that it's not straight up and down. It's actually tilted on its axis, the Earth, 23.5 degrees. And so at the beginning of summer, we are pointed more directly at the sun. And that equates to longer days and getting more heat because we're getting those sun's rays more directly. In fact, in Portland, we end up with almost 7 hours more daylight now than we do at the beginning of winter. The word itself is interesting too. Solstice, deriving from the Latin sol, meaning sun, sister, mean to stand still, because the time of sunrise and sunset changes very, very slowly around the solstices. But again, it's all about the tilt of the Earth being pointed more directly at the sun. That provides us more heat and more light. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's a group of people that celebrate the beginning of the season high up on Mount Hood at a very, very special location. So let's check that one out. I traveled up there myself. Super interesting. Right about there, a place called Illumination Rock and the Illumination Saddle. Let's get out there and check it out. There's our goal over there above Samuel's head to the saddle of Illumination Rock. There's already a bunch of people up there. Our plan is to join them at the annual summer solstice party at Illumination Saddle high on Mount Hood. Well, just as soon as 10-year-old Samuel finishes his sandwich, Samuel, his dad Mike, and I set out from Timberline Lodge in the last hours of spring. Guys, how long till solstice?
20 minutes, I think.
We made a rising traverse toward Illumination Saddle, which sits on the west side of Mount Hood at roughly 9,500 feet elevation. The season changed to summer during our trek. 3, 2, 1, solstice! Happy solstice!
Happy solstice!
Woo!
High five.
Sandwich finally finished. We ski on, and soon we join the crowd of skiers and snowboarders who have journeyed above the chairlifts to celebrate the transition from spring to summer. Nick, known on the mountain as Dull Blades, is one of them.
And it's a blessing to see so many people use their feet to get up here, have a good time. It's a big gathering of people to share the stoke for the mountain and for the mountain community.
During these first few hours of summer, Illumination Saddle transforms into the highest community on Mount Hood, a couple of hundred people strong. Does it take some work to get here, man? You gotta earn it. What do you think inspires people to do that?
I think on the surface, everybody's looking for a good time. But afterwards, I think it changes people's mind about the mountain and what's possible and where you can go and what kind of fun you can have.
And everyone is having a lot of fun. Skiers arrive early to build jumps known as kickers. We take a break as acrobatics fly behind us. This is free skiing in its purest form, in style and in cost, by free spirits who seamlessly transfer their passion for winter sports into the summer season. The freedom to ski or snowboard on your own terms is part of the draw, even if it borders on chaos at times.
Okay, man.
The party goes on all afternoon. Most will stay for summer's first sunset, and a few set up camp and spend the night.
You guys stay as high as you can.
We start skiing down before that. Samuel's ready for his next sandwich. It's a spectacular place to be and ski who you are on a spectacular, now summer, day. In a region with a reputation for rain, summer solstice means just a little bit more. Hey, in case you're wondering, how do you ski uphill? Because I get that question a lot when I talk about skiing up to somewhere. We use something called climbing skins. What they are is a pair of pieces of fabric that are sticky on one side. You can hear the glue pulling apart there. And then they have clips for both the tips and the tail of your ski. So you put these on like that, you smooth the glue down, and it's kind of like the fur on the top of a cat's head. smooth one way but rough the next. So when you're skiing up, you're going with the smooth direction. When you're skiing, and then the other side keeps you from sliding back on down. This ski here I already set up and has the skin on it from tip to tail. And again, you just smooth right along there. And then when you get up to where you want to start skiing downhill, you simply peel it off, stick the skins in your pocket or your pack, and away you go. So that's how you ski uphill with climbing skins. Guys?